study hard, work hard, get a job, and save, and be loyal in your work, work hard, and you will be fine. But Robert wasn't fine, and I was not fine. So what was the issue? So Robert had a friend. His name is Mike, and his father was very rich. So Robert and Mike went to Mike's father, and they asked him very naive question, but a very important question. They asked him, "Can you teach us to be rich? Can we get rich?" And then the rich father started to teach them how to be rich. And he told them one thing: all your father or your poor dad is telling you is good. It's okay. Do whatever your poor dad is telling you, but without accumulating asset, without getting an asset and growing your asset year after year, you will not reach anywhere. And that was the key change that happened to Robert and the key change that happened to me. Since that time on, my life has changed. Okay. One book can change your life. So I started working and working into the personal finance, and I reached financial freedom by mid 40s. And since that time on, I'm coaching, mentoring, and teaching personal finance for more than 15 years now. This is because my personal passion is to help people to unleash their personal finance potential. We'll talk about that more in that seminar. Okay. And please get something to write on, or try, if you have any question, write it on the chat. And I will post from time to time. I will ask Munir to just gather the similar question together, and maybe we can just stop in between and answer this question. Let's make this session lively. It is not one direction. Let's make it two direction. Okay. Just one disclaimer that the seminar is for educational purpose only. It is not intended to be financial advice, and any investment that you make out of this seminar is at your own risk. Okay. Very important, especially if you are in Europe. That's very important to acknowledge and understand. By attending this seminar, you acknowledge this fact, that this seminar is only for informational purpose and education purpose only. All right, so let's get started. Let's talk about year 2025. Get your mobile out and scan this code. Scan this code. I want to understand from you, how was the year 2024 in your personal finance? Just describe it. Was it hard? Was it tough? Was it nice? Was it good? Did you achieve your personal finance goal? How was year 2025 in your personal finance? 2024. How was year 2024 in your personal finance? And guys, this is anonymous, so I will not be able to understand who wrote what and what happened. And you can type more than one word as you want, or more than one statement. Just let me know, how was the year 2024 in your personal finance? Did you achieve your target? Did you move forward? Was it a good year? Was it a bad year? How was it? Volatile, stressful, tight, stagnant. Wow. Some investments achieved. Well done. Disaster due to the inflation and currency devaluation. Yes, there is it was characterized by high inflation. We'll see that now. And currency devaluation. Yes. Wow. Pretty good. Met my goal. Well done. Well done. Let's see. How can you even take your goals further? All right. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all what you have mentioned. So as you can see, it is different. It is different from one person to another. Okay. Let's see how was the year actually. Keep your mobile on. We will still use Slido. Do you know how did the dollar perform against the other currencies in 2024? Did it appreciate? Was it flat? Did it depreciate? Or you don't know? What do you think, guys? Flat? Appreciated? Appreciated? Flat? Okay. 80% is saying appreciated. Wow. You are actually one saying depreciated. No, it's not. It didn't depreciate. It wasn't flat. Year 2024 was actually plus 4% for the dollar. The dollar went down from July till September, but it went up again. And in ended the year at plus 4% versus the major currencies and versus also the Egyptian pound versus the rand versus the Indian lira versus all major currencies. It's ended in a very strong year. Okay, let's continue. Do you know how did gold perform in 2024? What did the gold do in 2024? Did it increase plus 20% or 10 to 20%? Or it was almost flat from minus 10 to plus 10? Or minus 20 to minus 10? Or you don't know? Or it was more less than minus 20? Wow, 10 to 20%. 33 are saying I don't know. And okay, let's see the right answer. So most of you are saying it increased from 10 to 20%. Actually, it increased plus 33%. So the one who said above 20% were right. It increased more than 33%. Wow, gold has a great achievement. It went from 2000 to 2600. Okay, to 690 now. Okay, how did the S&P ended or performed in 2024? Can you tell me? Is it more than 20%? 10 to 20%? Minus 10 to 10%? Ten to 20? I don't know. 10 to 20? I don't know. On one is saying above 20. Let's see the right answer. Actually, the one who said above 20 is right. It's 27%. This year is one of the best year ever into the stock market. S&P increased by plus 27%. The average return of S&P, guys, is around 10% per year. It increased plus 27%. All right. One more thing, the last thing. How did Bitcoin perform in 2024? I think everyone is talking now about Bitcoin. It is hot. It's in the word of every mouth. How did the Bitcoin perform? Plus 100%, more than 100%, plus 50 to 100%, minus 50 to minus 50%, less than 50%, 50 to 100%, plus 100%. Actually, guys, the one who said above 100% are the right ones, not 50 to 100. It doubled, more than doubled. 115%. 115% in Bitcoin. All right? 115%. It's amazing. So the question that I want to ask you now, were you in any of the three, gold, stock market, or Bitcoin? Were you in any of these three? You have seen, guys, that the gold increased by plus 30%. S&P increased plus 30%. Bitcoin increased plus 100%. How many of you was on the three of them? How many of you were not in any of them? How many of you have in one of them? Okay. You can see, guys, either I wasn't in any of them, or I was in one of them, or I wasn't two out of them. There is only one person that's saying I was in all the three of them. Myself, I was in all the three of them. Okay. So now you need to ask yourself this question. Why? Why you were not in the three of them? And you have to be honest with yourself. You have to ask yourself why. What was the reason that hindered you? As you have seen, no, only one person that was on the three of them, and the rest were not. Why? Why is that? Okay, and this is why I want to introduce to you the first thing that is called the personal finance golden triangle. This is the golden triangle. We always hear about that this person is at the right place at the right time. That's why he got promoted. He was at the right place at the right time. That's why he established this company. He got this idea. He was the right place, the right time, and he did that. He did that because he was at the right place at the right time. It is not enough. It is not enough. You have to be the right person at the right time, at the right place. Okay? So were we in the right time? Yes. You have seen what happened to gold. You've seen what happened to dollar. You've seen what happened to Bitcoin. You've seen what happened to the stock market. One of the best year in the stock market, one of the best year in gold, one of the best year in Bitcoin. So that was the right time, right place. Yes. Why? Because you can trade this from any place now. With the internet, you can trade from any place. But you have to ask yourself, was you the right person? Was you the right person to take the decision that I was going to invest in gold, or I was going to invest in S&P 500, or I was going to invest in Bitcoin? Maybe you were saying, oh, this is not an asset. What is Bitcoin? This is not. Why the stock market is so much inflated? The gold is going to collapse. So you have to ask yourself, and only yourself would be able to give you the answer. Were you the right person to catch this upward? Yes or no? You are the only one who can answer this question. I give you an example. When I moved to Dubai, that was in year 2002. In year 2004, Dubai opened the stock market to the expatriate, to the non-local Dubai. And they opened the real estate to the non-local UAE person. So it's the first time that expatriate can own a real estate and can own a stock market. I still recall the company called Amlak. And then I went with a few of my friends to explore what's going on. I was so much interested. And guess what? I was the only one who invested in Amlak. Me and one of my friends, and all the rest didn't do that. And I was the only one who invested in the real estate at 2004. Everyone thought either it's a bubble, it's overpriced, it's not gonna boom, it's just they are trying just to take our money, and all what you can think of reason not to do things. But I was on the right place at the right time, because when I moved to Dubai in 2002, I was struggling financially. And then I read the book in 2002, and then I started to read and read and understand more. So when the opportunity comes, I was the right person. When the opportunity comes today in the stock market and in Bitcoin and in gold, I am the right person to invest in this. I have the right mindset to go. I am not afraid to go and invest because I am educated. I know how to do that. And the good thing is, guy, that these things are learnable. You can learn it. It is teachable. It is not, you are not born with it. You can learn it. You can get it. So you have to be the right person. It's not important the right time and the right, you have to be, if you are the right person with the right mindset, you will go into these things and you will flourish. We have seen a lot of the question, and it was there by design, the first question, when we say it's too tough, it's too volatile, there was a recession, there was inflation, you have to be at the right side of the equation. You have to be the right person. Okay? So please take care of this point, very important point. Now let's continue. Year 2024 was characterized by an aggressive Russia-Ukraine expansion of war. Everyone is trying to take a portion of Ukraine. The escalation of the Middle East. And what's happening in the Middle East? Crisis. It's crisis after crisis after crisis. Inflation rate was going up and then started to go down. Interest rate was at the highest since 20 years and was stagnant all the year. We started just to reduce the interest rate since 18th of September, only on the last quarter that we started. It was characterized by a lot of problems, a lot of things. But look what happened, guys. Record S&P 500, record NASDAQ, record Dow. Gold hit record high. Bitcoin hitting record high. Okay, and finally we got Trump. Okay, getting the U.S. and whether we like admitted or we want to deny it, we want to do. U.S. is leading the economy. U.S. is the largest GDP in the world, and it is leading the world economy. If U.S. have like a flu, the whole world will collapse. Okay, whether we like it or not, the dollar is still the most strongest currency in the world. So whatever this guy is doing is affecting the whole world. Whatever happened in US is affecting the whole world, whether you like it or not. I'm not saying this is good or this is bad. I'm saying the reality, what is happening now, what is decided by US as the biggest, the largest GDP in the world, is deciding what's going to happen in the world. And that's why we are going to focus on this part. Okay. I pause here for a second and I see if any questions. Munir, do we have any question on the chat?
Good so far. Thank you, Ahmed.
Okay, guys, are you enjoying this? Are you learning new things? Is it like I'm letting you thinking, did I make you feel some emotions there? Type me, or you can unmute or say if you want to type in the chat box. Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I see Rubina says no. I will try to get you to get moving.
Very much.
Thank you, Yasser. Hello, Yasser. Thanks, Yasser.
Hello, my friend.
No
hello.
question, not no. Okay, so Rubina, I miss no question. Okay, thank you. Muhammad Abu Sitta. Hello, Muhammad. If I am not in any of the three, what is
Hello,
good
Ahmed,
order to start with? Okay, I will answer this question now, Muhammad Abu Sitta. And when we talk about year 25 and what is coming, I will answer it now.
Thank you,
All
Ahmed.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let me move on. Useful and good review. Thank you, Ivana. Thank you. Appreciate it. So let's talk now about year 2025, but I want just to let you know where are we today. Have you ever heard about the term that's called roaring 20s? The roaring 20s? This is where we are now. And where is this term is coming from? The term came on the 1920s when there was a boom in the economy all over the world. And that's why they call it the roaring 20s. And it was followed by the nice movies, the jazz, it was like everything was doing great in the stock market, in gold, in assets, everything. So that's why it was booming. Everything was booming. Invention, the right, left, and center invention, and they call it roaring 20. And they are saying, if you read now, they are saying that the roaring 20 is happening now again. Why is that? Since the start of 2020, the global stock market increased by 50% since 2020. Guess what? With a COVID, with a pandemic that never happened like that before. 50% up in just 4 years. The GDP for the G20 increased by 30%. Corporate America, the companies in America increased their revenue by 70% in just 4 years. Guys, you are living in an unprecedented time. You are living in a time that maybe will not repeat again. You will not have NVIDIA again. You will not have Facebook, Microsoft, all these big companies. They are Amazon, Google, Facebook, all these big companies that are happening now. It's like going crazy with their corporate profit. Okay, and you have to be partnering with them. How to be partnering with them? You need to be partner with Mark Zuckerberg, with Jeff Bezos, with Warren Buffett. Why you are not partnering with Warren Buffett? Okay, how do you partner with them? You buy their stock. They are listed. They are listed in stock market. You just go and buy it. 70% up in 4 years with a pandemic. Can you believe it, guys? So that's why this century is called the roaring 20, and you have the luxury. You are living in the roaring 20s. And my role today is to let you know that You have to take use of this chance. All right. So what is happening in 2025, and are you ready for it? Are you the right person? Because you are at the right time, you are at the right place, but are you the right person for it? You have to ask yourself this question. So year 2025, Ukraine, Russia is going to continue the expectation. Trump is saying he's going to end it in 24 hours. Let's see. Gaza, Palestine, Syria, Lebanon, all what you can think of is there. No change. What is changing now is Trump. Trump is coming to the US as a president with a red sweep. He got everything. He got the presidency, he got the House, he got the capital, he got the governorate. He's owning everything now. Never happened before. And not never happened, but rarely happening before that the red is taking everything. The Republican. So Trump is coming with a slogan that's called, let's build America again. So what is he's gonna do? And he's saying it publicly. It's not a secret. He's saying, I will reduce tax from 25% to 15%. So if you are in a multinational companies, and if you are buying stocks of the multinational companies, these companies is expected to do what? Is expected to increase their profit. Why? Because when you reduce the tax from 25 to 15%, it means more profit. And what happens if there are more profit to the companies? It means the stock market is going to go up. Let's remember, guys, that Trump 1.0 was the best time for the stock market. It ended when the COVID happened. But before that, it was the best time. Why? Because Trump is a businessman. And he's measuring his performance and his success with the stock increases, with the market increase in the stock market. So everyone was saying, and the market increased by 6% on the day that it was known that Trump was going to win. That day was the highest ever after working hours trading in terms of dollars, because everyone was rushing into it and the stock increased in 6%. And today we even passed when Trump joined, announced as a president. So he's going to reduce the tax, and this means more corporate profit. He's saying, I put more tariff. I want America to be first again. He will put more tariff, especially on China and on Europe and on Canada, and even on some friends like Canada and Mexico. Why is that? Because when he put the first time tariff on China, China built some factories in Mexico. So now he's going to put some tariff on Mexico. So he's going to put more tariffs. So we are going to see some deglobalization. And that's mean more companies in US will do better and more companies outside of US will do worse, like China, for example. There are more restrictions on China as we talk now, so don't buy Chinese stock unless it's like really they announced so far 2 or 3 incentives packages, but none of them has worked. None of them has worked because everyone is selling on any rebound. Everyone is selling because of what Trump is going to do to them. Less banks regulation. There is a theme that's going now that we have put too much restriction. We are restricting innovation. We are not able to work. So there is deregularization that's going to happen. And this means more bank profit, more companies profit. He is pro cryptocurrency. And he's encouraging the crypto. He says, literally, he says, if there is someone that is going to lead the crypto worldwide, it's going to be US. I don't want to see any country that is leading crypto other than US. So that's why you see the crypto now as all-time high. It doubled last year because of, and especially when Trump won, because he's like hiring and everyone who's promoting crypto into the government. Okay. And more oil production. He's not into sustainability and into earth. He don't believe in anything like that. Whether you think it's right or wrong, he doesn't believe on things like that. And he is giving more license in Trump 1.0. He gave more license to the oil companies to drill more. So the companies made profit, but the oil went down because he don't want to depend on the Gulf countries into the oil and do like what happened in the 70s. He wants America to be strong, so he wants to depend on the oils. And he says, I want to get my resources. I have the resources. I will get it out. I don't care about. I need to live today. I want to secure my my companies, my children. I want to get the oils up out. So this is what he's going to do. He did it in the Trump 1.0. Less clean energy, as we talk now. The solar companies went down by 20% in 1 day when he was announced. So solar companies and all these things are down, and no subsidy to electrical vehicle. Of course, you know what happened when Elon Musk was campaigning like right, left, and center for him. He announced a $1 million prize per day for like 3 weeks, and he got now a role in the government to increase the productivity. And Elon Musk want to remove the subsidy on electric vehicle. Why? Because he want to kill the small companies. He owns Tesla, but Tesla is too big to fail. So this subsidy is not benefiting Tesla as much as it's benefiting the small companies. So when Elon Musk, he is now a friend of Trump, he's gonna remove the subsidies on electrical vehicle, and he's gonna kill the small companies. And of course, you see the Tesla is going up to all-time high. It increased by it's now at all-time high by more than 20-30% since Trump won. So I'm not saying, guys, this is good, this is bad. This is what is happening. This is facts. Now we need to think how to get use of it. All right. Higher inflation, it means that lower interest rate cuts and stronger dollar that we will have in the coming year. And this means this will lead to better stock market. As I told you guys, when you have corporate increasing their profit, then you have the better stock market. So it is the right thing to be in the stock market in the coming year. It is the right thing to be in the US stock market. It's the right thing to be in the mega technology and get leverage of the AI themes. So all these things, this is where you need to be. Okay. Now I got the question, which one you should go in? I am for to be on the 3 of them. Go into gold, go into stock market, go into crypto. Have the bulk should be in the stock market. Let's say like 70% in the stock market, 20% in the gold, and 10% in the crypto. If you want more risk, you can go more to the crypto. If you want more like safe, you can go more toward the gold. In the middle, be in the crypto. And remember always, guys, cash is trash. In the environment that we are in, cash is trash. If you are keeping cash aside, not working for you, it is losing money because of the inflation. You have to make the cash working for you. How? Invest in gold, invest in crypto, invest in the stock market. All right? Okay. I'll pause here for a second and check if there is any question. Are you getting, guys, the direction? Is it going fine? Thumb up. Okay. Hussein, Mati, Ahmed, thank you very much. Okay, I love you as well. Thank you, guys. All good. All right. Excellent. All good and clear up till now. Excellent. I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible so that everyone know exactly what she want to do. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay. How do we invest in gold? I'll tell you now. Okay. So I believe every one of us has a financial potential. Regardless in 2025 or us, you have a financial potential. Your financial potential is measured by the assets that you have. How fast you are able to change the salary that you are getting to a saving, and then from saving to asset. And this should be reflecting your salary, your company that you are working in, and should reflect how smart you are, because you cannot have all these elements around you. You cannot be working in a good company and having a good life and working and you are a smart person and doing well in your company and have a zero asset. or zero money in your bank. You cannot. So there is a way to unleash your financial potential into and make it flourish, okay? And this is teachable. And I'm going to share with you the 12 golden rule to unleash your personal finance potential. So what you should do, first of all, you have to be honest of yourself, take a stock of yourself and check where you are now. Are you satisfied with where you are? Are you happy with where you are? Do you have a plan of what you want to reach financially? Do you have a target of what you want to reach financially? You have to take decisions. You have to take decisions that this is important for you and you are going to work for it. Okay? If this is something important and you are going to work for it, you are going to reach there. But if it's not, and it's not in your radar screen, you are not even thinking of it, you are not going to go anywhere. So you have to check why you were, if you are there in the three of them, only one, thank you very much. It's okay, continue doing what you are doing. But you are not in, if you are two of them, okay, thank you very much. You are good. You don't need to do just correction of small things and that's it. But if you are not, or you don't know, or, which is the majority, normally this is why you're joining the session, then you have to take some actions, okay? All right, so ask yourself, do I know what I want to achieve financially? Do I have a target for my savings and my expense? Now we start talking details. What are the targets for your expenses and saving? What are these targets? Because if you are not saving, then you are not able to create asset. If you are not saving, you are not able. So you save first and then you create an asset. Do I know how to support myself and my family on my pension? A very important question, especially if you are living in Middle East, Africa, India, and Pakistan. Most of these countries do not have a proper pension plan. So you have to ask yourself, how would I support my family during my pension? What are the things that I will stop doing, what I will start doing? Okay. The most important question is to complete the following statement. When I retire, I will have a monthly income of so much dollar that will come from 1, 2, 3. When I ask this question to the people, guess what they are telling me? We haven't even thought about this question. We are too young to think about this question. Or this is not important to me, I'll think about it later on. Or I thought about it, I don't know the answer of it. Okay? And that's a problem. That's a problem. I can tell you from when I read The Rich Dad Poor Dad in my late 20s, I was able to tell you I need a $10,000. There is a number. The good thing about personal finance that there is a number that you can put. I need a $10,000 per month to live the life that I want, and it will come from stocks, from real estate. That's it. Full stop. And private business. 1, 2, 3. Now we start to work the plan. You need to be able to answer this question. You don't have to answer it today, but you need to work on answering this question. First, get the amount that you are going to live on, and then work on creating assets that will bring you this. And this will take you to what we call your ultimate goal, which is to be financially free. To be financially free. What is the definition of financial freedom? A very important concept that you have to be aware of. Financial freedom is the ability to live the lifestyle that you want without the need to work again. Without the need to work again. I'm not saying to stop working, but I'm saying you have an option. If I want to stop working, I was financially free at age of 45, but I didn't stop working. This is what we call about freedom. This is what is called freedom. I am free. If I want to stop work, I will stop working. If I don't want to stop work, I will not stop working. Okay? I reached financial freedom at the age of 45, but I continue to work. Why? Because I was raising my lifestyle, the first part. I wanted to raise my lifestyle one by one at the pension, at the retirement. That's why I continued to work. But I was able to, if I want to stop working at that time, I will stop working. So the ultimate thing that you you get this through passive income, maximum by retirement. Everyone, and I believe everyone, has the right to be financially free at the retirement. You can be financially free at retirement, and you can be financially free even before retirement. Okay, like what I did in age of 45. Okay, so how to do that? You have to think about it early on. Okay, you have to think about it when you are in 20s, at 30s, because you want to reach financially free at retirement. And if you want to accelerate this, you can accelerate this year after year via having more aggressive approach. What if you are now, it's too late, as you are not in 20 and 30, you have to see where you are and work a plan to be retired, to be financially free at retirement, or even earlier. Even if you are 40s, you can. It took me 15 years to be financially free. I started working on this from late 20s, and I've been financially free from 45. Can you do it faster? Yes, you can. Why? Because I didn't find someone to help me. I had to do a lot of trial and errors. I had to do a lot of mistakes, okay, until I reach the way that I'm going to tell you about it now. All right, I stop here, and before I go to the last section about the 12 golden rules for personal finance, are you guys okay? Anything? Okay, I got a question: how to invest in gold? Buy something gold GLD. Open an account with any broker and buy an ETF. That's a stock that is called GLD. If you buy, nobody now is buying gold in terms of physical gold, because the physical gold is very dangerous. It can be stolen. Someone can rob you. But you can buy what is like a stock that will go up and down with the prices of gold going up and down electronically, and that's it. GLD. All right. Thank you. What is the tax implication of investing in gold? If you are non-resident in US, you are going to not pay the taxes in US. So there is no taxes in US except if you are an American citizen or you are living in US. But if you are not living, you are not going to pay any tax there. Now it's going back to your home country. It depends on where you are living. Every country has its own regulation on tax. All right. Okay. I move on, and if you have any question, please write it down. So I move on to the last part, and then thank you, Rubina. These are the 12 golden rules. So now you have a target. I want to be financially free. Some of you want to be at retirement. Some of you want to be ahead of retirement. Okay, it doesn't matter, but you have a target. How to reach there? You have to apply the 12 golden rules. What are the 12 golden rules? First, have the right beliefs. What are the right beliefs that you should have? First, you have to understand that in Middle East, Africa, India, and Pakistan, we have like been influenced by the movies from India, the movies from Egypt, and these are sometimes they were written on the 60s and 70s, which were written for the majority of the people. And the majority of the people at that time were poor. So there was a lot of things that was injected into our mind that says that like it's okay to live like below means. It's okay to not strive for money. Money is bad thing. It's if you are going after money, you are greedy, and these things were injected of us. Some of us still believes today that money is bad. Money is evil. Rich people are poor. Do you think that rich people are poor? If you think inside your head that rich people are poor, then guess what? You are not going to reach there, because your inner mind is going to work against you. The beliefs makes you. Everything you believe in, if you believe money is bad, money will go away from you. Okay, if you believe that you don't need money, I am fine without money, I'm happy without money. I don't know how you are going to support yourself on retirement, but I'm happy right now. I'm happy with in things, guys, in Europe and US are very much different than this, because they have a pension from the state, they have a corporate pension, and it's enough to give them decent life. We are not like that in Middle East, African, and Pakistan and India, unfortunately. So we have to have the right beliefs toward money. And as I told you, will be very clear if you answer the question, when I retire, I will have so much X that will come from 1 to 3. Many people do not even think about this question. So have the right belief that money is something needed. It's important. I think about it that it's a lubricant. Life is so difficult. So why do you want to make it so difficult? It's the lubricant that will make you navigate easily through life. Okay, that's how I think about money. Second thing, that you need to be intentional about it. You have to take a decision that this is something important. It will take a priority in my life. I will take decision on this. I will make it happen. So be intentional about it. It's not going to happen randomly. It's not going to happen by itself. I have to work on it. I have to put some time and I have to put some effort. Okay. Third thing, you need to budget. So you need to know how much I'm going to save, how much I'm going to spend. And if I'm going to spend, how much I'm going to spend on trips, how much I'm going to spend on food, how much I'm going to spend on fuel, on energy. Without budgeting, you are not going to reach anywhere because it's going to be chaos. You will not be able to know what are you spending on, what are you saving, what are your expenses, how can you make more savings. So you have to budget. You have to make a budget and you have to follow your budget. Okay. And the fourth thing is called pay yourself first. That's a concept from Rich Dad Poor Dad. What do we mean by pay yourself first? And it was written in a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. Very nice book if you want to read about The Richest Man in Babylon. Pay yourself first. It says that and I tell you exactly how I do it. When I get my salary on the 25th, on the 26th, I have a standing instruction with the bank. I move directly 30% of my salary from my current account to the saving account, and I don't have any credit card, any debit card. I don't have access to this saving account. Okay, I pay myself first. Just be careful because it doesn't mean that you don't pay your bill. You will force yourself to find ways to pay your bills. And Rich Dad Poor Dad is doing it in a very good way. He says, who's going to shout more if you don't pay your bills? Is it like, if you don't pay yourself, are you going to shout? No. If you don't pay the government bill, are they going to shout? Yes, indeed. And they will run after you. So when you pay yourself first, you make sure that you are settled, and then you will find ways to pay the bills after that. And if you don't believe that, just start with any number. Start with 2%, 3%, 4%, and increase it by 1% every month. In 30 months, you will reach the 30% target that I told you about. So pay yourself first. Don't try to save cash. I used to do that mistake. It's one of my fatal mistakes. I used to say, I will save what is remaining of my salary. Guess what? Nothing is remaining from my salary. Nothing. So pay yourself first. Number 5, invest. All what we have done so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, we are playing defensive. We are not attacking. We are playing defensive. We have to attack. In personal finance, you have to attack. You have to play attack. You have to invest. Invest in what? There are 3 things. Don't look for something else. You go for either stock market, real estate, or private business. Where does Bitcoin comes? Into the stock market. Where does gold come? Into the stock market. So stock market and gold and cryptos and real estate. Own your house, build your house, get a house, get an apartment to rent it out and get a cash flow. And the third thing is a private business. Try to make a private business. If because of your corporate duty or anything you cannot, just find a partner that you can partner with and make some business with them. You don't need to be on the 3. If you are in the stock market, that's fine. If you are in the real estate, that's fine. Okay, try to be at least in 2 of them. Okay, if not the 3, but start with 1. Okay, so Muhammad Abu Sitta, if you are not in any of them, of the 3 of the gold or the stock market, start with the stock market. And then go to crypto is the last thing you go because it's very volatile. It is like crazy. It is crazy. It's a wild things. So just go to gold. Gold will not make you a lot of money because it is like you've seen last year 30%, but this is not the norm. Stock market is the norm. is the norm. 10% per year on average. Last year it was 30%. Last year was 25%. It's an amazing performance. Okay. So number 5, you have to invest. You're going nowhere without investment. Number 6, target financial freedom. You have to target financial freedom. Okay. By latest at your pension, at your 60, 65. You don't want to go at 65. The problem that we have, guys, in all of like our environment is that we end up being asset rich, cash poor. Like, for example, I'm talking now to the people in Egypt. We have our house in Egypt. We have another winter house in Hurghada. We have another summer house in Alexandria, North Coast. And you can relate to this if you are from another country. And then this is what we call asset rich, cash poor. There is no cash flow. I have a lot of examples in from the people I know that they build assets that they live in, very nice assets, but at the end they don't have cash. You have to get cash flow, cash flowing into your pocket, not only to build the guy's house and summer house and winter house. No, you have to think about where are you going to get the cash. And this Egyptian thing that is called like bank certificate, many Egyptians will know about it. This is not the right thing to do because they devaluate with time. They devaluate, they don't work. If you take the interest out, they will devaluate, you will end up with nothing. But if you have an asset, it will inflate with the inflation. It will inflate with the devaluation. So it will hedge against inflation and devaluation. All right? So these are the 6th thing. Number 7, build asset year after year, year after year. Because assets, as I just was saying now, it inflate with the inflation and it inflate with the devaluation. So it's a protection. If you are at one side of the equation, like what we have seen in the first like slide, when people were asked, were saying that we were suffer because we have a huge inflation. Now, if I am in Egypt and I own a house, or I'm in a stock market, I would be the happiest person on earth. Why? Because you've seen what happened in the price of the houses. You've seen what happened in the prices of land. You've seen what happened in the prices of the stock market. So if you are only a consumer, you will suffer for sure. So what is the solution? You buy an asset. You buy an asset today. All right. Be a long-term investor. Trading is not for everyone. Buying and selling is not for everyone. 90% of traders lose money and 90% of investors makes money. Okay, so be an investor. If you want to trade stocks or you want to trade in real estate, you have to learn how to do that. On investment, if you stocks, just put 5% every month on an ETF or a stock that is following S&P 500. You can have the SPY, SPY. I write it in the chat box, SPY. That's follow S&P 500. Just you buy this one, or you buy the QQQ that follow the Nasdaq 100. Okay, if you buy this too, you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to do anything. Just 5% of your salary, buy these things, and that's it. And then you are fine. Okay, so be a long-term investor. And number 9, don't worry about crisis. Crisis will fact of life. It will come and will go. Just get use of it. Okay, we had COVID, we busted. We know about COVID. We have war, we busted. We didn't bust it, but we are making very good returns even with these wars. So crises are there. Crises will happen. This is the time to go and shop. Okay. Avoid scams. I have countless people coming to me and say, I want to invest in this. So I go into the details. I find them, they got an email from someone who they don't know, or someone they want to give a money to a friend of a friend that is giving 60-70% on 1 month or 2 months. So guys, if it's too good to be true, avoid these scams. There are only 3 ways, as I told you: stock market, real estate, and private business. You can do the first 2 together. The third one you have to investigate and you have to have your legality sorted out before investing. Okay, but just avoid these scams because I see a lot of people are doing this. 11, give back. Part of me giving the seminars is giving back to the community and help people around you. You will be amazed how much you will get by just helping people around you. So always give back. And the last thing I leave you with, the biggest investment that you can make is to invest in yourself. This is not me who said this, but Warren Buffett, the best investor in the world. The best investment you can make is investing in yourself. I always say this to myself: the more I learn, the more I earn. The more I learn, the more I earn. And every time I do it, every time I learn new things, the risk becomes lower because I am able to know what I'm doing. And then this is the more I will earn. Last slide, guys, and then I'm ready to answer any question, whether you think you can or you think you can't. You are right. Well, if you think you can be financially free, you are right. If you think you cannot be financially free, you are right. If you think you can invest in the stock market, you are right. If you think you cannot invest in the stock market, you are right. If you think this is risky, you are right. If you think you can do it, you are right. What you think becomes you. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right in both cases. So get your mind fixed around this. You can do it. I will do it. In South Africa, when I was working there, they always have this hands up and they say, yes, I can. The power is in my hand. This is what was Nelson Mandela was saying to the people. The power is in our hands, and he's right. So whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this seminar. There is one more thing I want to tell you about, that in case you need more courses, there are some paid courses that I do. There is a Personal Finance 101. There is a Stocks Investment 101. There is a Stocks Trading 101. And there is a Real Estate Investment 101. I give these courses on like once every quarter. You can subscribe to this into my YouTube channel, and I will announce there. And you can also follow me on LinkedIn, or you have my website here as well. So all the three, you can follow me, and I will be announcing on courses into the Personal Finance 101, Stocks Investment, Stocks Trading, Real Estate. If you want to get more details on these things, then I am ready to do that. If you don't want to pay anything, you can invite me to your company, and I will take the money from your company. So I give these courses as well into corporate companies, and then in this case, the company will pay. So we have the two options: either you subscribe directly or you invite me to look at this. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the session. I take few questions now. I know the time is finished, but I am ready to stay longer and take few questions as much as you want. You can ask me anything you want, and I will put the link for all these courses or all this YouTube channel in the chat box.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Ahmed, for making finance understandable and making it practical. And I absolutely love the final comment that the best investment is the investment in yourself. And I think a lot of people really enjoyed and resonated with the messages that you shared. I can see a lot of thank yous in the chat. I think we had two questions earlier on. The one you did touch on a little bit, but it was, do you recommend government bonds? Was the first one. And the second one was, are stocks considered cash flow, or are they considered non-cash flow assets?
Yeah, okay. So on bonds, generally, I don't like it because the returns on it is not that great. So if you are telling me there is a return of 3%, 5%, 6%, 7%, 8%, to me, this is like I showed you today. I showed you crypto is doing 100%. I showed you stock market has done 30%. I showed you gold has done 30%. So when you see these things and then you tell me the bonds are 6-7%, this is not the right time for it. This is not the right time. You make a 6% and then inflation is like 3-4%. It will eat half of your profit. You have done really minimal things. It's still better than cash. Okay, it is still better than cash, but it is not the best thing that I would suggest or recommend. Just stay in the stock market, stay in the gold, stay in the cryptos. You will be fine. Okay, so that's the first question. The second question, Munir, was what? Sorry.
Would you consider stock as cash flow, or is it a non-cash flow asset?
Yeah. So stock in the principle, it is it's an asset that increase in value, but there is some part of this that is paying dividend. The dividend is about 3-4%. So it is still not good. But how do you make stocks as a cash flow? Let's assume that we have a great year what we had this year. It increased by 30%. Normally, what people are doing, they take 15% and they take it as a cash. They spend from it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. It depends on how much capital you have put there. And then you invest the 15% again. And some people, they are taking all the capital gain, they are taking it out. So as I told you, the S&P market is increasing by 10% per month. So if you need the cash, you take this 10% out plus the dividends and you take them out. The dividends will be around 3%, 4%. So you take about 14%, and this will be the cash flow that will come for you. So it can work both. The way I recommend is to keep it there. Just take half the money out and keep the rest of the money there to be invested, so that you can get the power of compounded working for you. So you get the interest on the interest on the interest on the interest. That's the best way to do that. Good, great question. Great question. Thank you. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? Any comments, guys? You like it? It's nice. Thank you, Oki. You're giving me a lot of motivation, Oki, today. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time, Ahmed. And thank you so much for your time, Ahmed. And thank you to everyone for attending as we wrap up our Thrive as an Expat this holiday season masterclass 3-part workshop. And we hope you found it really incredible, really valuable. It was an absolute joy for us to bring together such amazing speakers and to share such incredible insights and knowledge. So thank you to one and all for joining, and we're looking forward to bring more value.
I will answer just one question. There is one question, Munir, sorry, from Sarah. Sarah, are you still there? Yes, she's still there. How do you assess stocks for Sharia compliance before investing? Okay, very important question, Sarah. There are apps that is doing this comparison between stocks, and they are defining the Sharia compliant stocks that you can invest on. So if you find if you can subscribe to any app, they are also free. I can give you a name of one as well, if you like. So the one that I use normally is, it's called Musaffa. I'll write the name in the chat box. Musaffa. So if you use Musaffa, Sarah, this will tell you which app are halal and which app are. So there are companies that invest into drugs, for example, because marijuana is now legalized in most of the countries. There are lottery, there are some stuff so there are non-halal stocks that you should not invest in, and there are halal stocks that Musaffa will tell you, is it halal or not halal? Okay, yeah, Musaffa. Yeah, that's the name, Musaffa. Yeah. Okay, Sarah? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Excellent. Okay, guys, I enjoyed having you all. I hope you enjoyed the session, and thank you very much. And I wish you profitable business and profitable personal finance. See you guys. Thank you, Mohsen.
Thank you, Ahmed. That was great. Very much,
Habibi,
very
Yasser.
inspiring.
Thank you, Munir, for the moderation. Really helpful. I really enjoyed the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Yasser. Thank you very much.
Habibi. Thanks.